Hello there, and welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4 as Monarchist Greece. We are heading towards civil war. Also heading towards being debt-free. We have 0 debt to the French, 0 debt to the Italians, and now a bit less debt to the British. I'm not sure if that's going to be 100% gone or down to 25. I think down to 25. But it's a bit closer to debt-free. There's nothing else I want to do here. I could go for more manpower maybe during the civil war, but that's not my concern. One guy I do like is this guy writes here, Onis Metaxas. I think he was the Prime Minister in the real-life canon. He gives me political power gain and factory output plus 5%, so I'm going to go ahead and hire this man to be part of my royal cabinet. Divisive Absolute Monarch. Stability minus 10%. Political advisor cost minus 15. Army chief cost minus 15. So he's got a good few things there. We don't need any army chiefs or anything like that just yet. Organised resistance escalates in the south and north. Authorities have informed the government that we have virtually lost all control over the north and the south of the country. Communist and Venezuelist sympathizers run rampant in the streets, spreading their libel and propaganda, unimpaired by local authorities who are either equally as sympathetic or completely powerless to stop them. The army, knowing the trap that awaits them, refuses to move in to secure the regions. However, they remain on full alert, and the King's cabinet has been assured that once these communists have properly come out of hiding, the army will not hesitate to take the necessary steps to taking back control over the nation. Of course, many political figures remain skeptical about the sincerity of these assurances, seeing as there are widespread reports of corruption and traitorous loyalties throughout the armed forces. The situation is getting out of hand, and what we want to do is we want to ensure that we have people ready. So you see these the places with the silhouettes here. These are the places where the civil war will take control of. So we want to have guys on these borders. We want troops here, and we want troops along here. But I'm not sure who's going to be in charge. So we're going to send this army to have a full back line around this part. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. And we want this army to have a full back line right here. We also, we're not going to set anything else up, but we're probably going to go for a naval invasion to secure the island and the hotspots relatively soon. But hopefully these armies are in a good grand position to be able to deal with the communists when they spring their trap. We don't quite have enough people for all of these roles yet. Also, we'll probably need more troops to the north than we do to the south, so we'll go ahead and switch you guys over there. Perfect, we should be able to manage everything. We'll also stick the planes into the sky once the things, when the communists do rise up entirely. The Venezuelists and communists band together against the King's absolute rule. If there was ever any doubt about the alliance being struck between the communists and the Venezuelists, there no longer can be. We have received reports that the communists have smuggled Eleftherios Venizelos back into the country. Didn't he die? I'm sure this man died, in hopes of propping him up as some interim leader after they have overthrown the monarchy. A foolhardy plan, even for a bunch of red traitors. How could they think that Venizelos will relinquish power to them once he is giving it? It is madness. Then again, neither the communists nor the Venezuelists have ever been the most reasonable lot. We must prepare for what is surely to be a truly contentious civil war. Our foes cower together like rats. Yes, they do. Yes, they sure do. So, 29 days there, and debts will surely be paid off soon. Perfect. Perfection. Hopefully we get a fair few guns, but I don't think we'll really need them. Communists organize raid on factory. Law enforcement failed to predict and stop a recent communist raid on one of our local factories, which we used to manufacture rifles for the army. The Marxists robbed everything they could off the factory floor and then attempted to burn the factory itself down, though they thankfully only managed to damage the building. There is no need to speculate why these insurgents have undertaken this brazen raid on a weapons manufacturer. They no doubt intend to use our own rifles against us when they find their backbone and step out of the shadows. This could prove to be one of the Kingdom of Greece's worst civil wars yet. We lost 750 infantry equipment and some political power, as well as somewhere being damaged down here, which isn't going to affect us during the war itself. Just means we can't build up more guns beforehand. I'm not sure if I'd even get to keep all of the guns. It seems like something that would be split between the two sides of the war there. Civil war, however, is imminent, and I'm sure we will be able to squash these guys. Generals are smugged back into Greece, hot on the heels of their deplorable leader. We have received word many Venezuelist former generals have been smuggled back into the country. Communist and Republican smugglers conspired together to bring the disgraced military leaders back into the country, disguised alongside shipped goods, and took them into hiding before we were able to realize what was happening. A pitched battle against disorganized insurgents is one thing. A full-scale civil war backed by competent military leadership is an entirely different matter. Many advisors question now whether it was truly a wise decision for such an unpopular monarch to take such a public and unpopular course of action in declaring himself an absolute monarch. But George II remains adamant that the rebels will be made short work of. Did they really have to blow up the port too? Crete. They did it in Crete. Crete? Is Crete not an island? Yeah, Crete is this. They damaged the port in Crete. Well, how are they get? They're not going to get over here then, are they? They can stay over in Crete. They can have Crete. Exporting more luxury commodities. Very good. So we do now have a slightly better economy. Expand our tobacco industry, you say? We would gain free civilian factories in Central Macedonia. Central Macedonia. Yeah, we're not going to do that anytime soon. Increasing our mining operations, the other one. Attica, 2 military factories, and Epirus, 1 military factory. So 3 military factories or 4 civilian factories. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think guns might be more worthwhile in the long term here. Connecting our prefectures, gain infrastructure in these places. Extracting more than all. We're going to go with the resources. They're not going to benefit us directly until later on. Okay, so we won't bother. We won't bother. Let's just go with the extra military factories. Some of them will benefit our enemies, but it's not the most bad thing that could have happened. The worst, that's the word. It's not the worst thing that could happen. And 1. Civil war. The fateful day has finally arrived. The leader of the Venezuelists has finally stepped out of the shadows to condemn the king's decree as illegitimate and unprecedented threat to the kingdom of Greece's democracy. In their eyes, they have no choice but to violently overthrow the monarchy in order to restore the already twice vanquished Hellenic Republic. George II has condemned all of the rebels as traitors and has promised to uproot the Marxists and Republicans so that order can be restored once again to the Kingdom of Greece. It would appear that once again the political arena of the Kingdom of Greece has been turned into a gladiatorial coliseum where only the mightiest get to walk away as victors. Rally to the king. The Greek Civil War has kicked off. Excellent. Now we do have 3 divisions up there and 3 down here. Okay, that's not the best. So we're going to have you guys start a front line over here and all get onto it. Ideally, though, you would have more. Can we get you to straight away push these guys back and you guys to go up this way as well? As for you lot, can we go straight into Argos and Petras? We'll see. We'll see how far we can get. The government is hostile to communists. Well, no shit. And Republicans, of course. Very good. So is there anything here? No, the debt still hasn't been done just yet. And we do have factories on the way. So are they going to build stuff in our enemy lands? Attica and Epirus. No, that's all of our core territory here. So no, we don't have to worry about it. Very good. We have pushed these enemy forces back. Let's go ahead and delete that and send you up with a front line directly here so that you can guard it properly. Excellent. We are going to be able to go around here. Maybe we won't be able to cut these guys off, but we will be able to get around and take Thessaloniki. You guys go into here, please. And what we'll do is we'll try and cut off these guys from behind once these horses leave. Okay, maybe not just yet. Could you guys try and finish these lot off? I do want to see these guys get cut off entirely first. Hopefully the guys down south can hold until we are ready. Okay, now let's go straight up here and then across with this army, and hopefully these other armies will be ready by the time other things happen. Research finished. We now know about the electronical parts. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and learn about mechanical computing. It's going to take this one place first, and then have both these armies concentrate on this force here, and hopefully be able to get rid of them. You're going to have both of you join here, and both attack. Hopefully you can hold them off until you have your reinforcements come. These guys are just going to stay here for now. Modified governments. Is anything I do want? There is a war industrialist. There's not manpower just yet, but we could go for manpower later on. Okay, good. This man has one here, so we're going to send him in to help out with this this force here. The planes, we can get them up in the sky. Let's get them over Greece. Very good. Very good. Hopefully the planes that left us are not going to be a threat. The chaps down south should be able to hold on, and the chaps up north should be able to win this relatively easily. We now have a lot more military factories, replacing the ones that we lost, I believe. And let's mobilize the economy. No, would this give us... Oh, so now they'll be in Peloponnese. No, it's still the same areas. I don't want to do that just yet. Mobilize the economy. Encourage tourism. Encouraging tourism gives us consumer goods minus 5%, stability up, consumer goods factories there. Or we can mobilize the economy. Change the economy law to partial mobilization, which grants consumer goods 25%. War support, civilian conversion. Consumer goods factory is still good at 5%. Okay, let's mobilize the economy then. Only take 35 days. We should be able to win here. Eventually, yes, it's starting to turn green now. These guys are still holding. Hopefully they can continue there. We'll get them to not last stand. They should be able to just stay here and hang out for a bit. Let's have these plans destroyed. We just want all of you guys to be over here. Get to work, my good man. If we win this, we can then use these troops to navally invade down this way. Take Kalamata. It's not perfect. It would be perfect if we could take Patras, but they do have their forces there. I don't see that happening. As you guys know, just keep it up. What have we got? The Greek Civil War. Yes! Rally to the King. We are indeed in civil war. Let's see what else we can do, though. We can get another unit of troops. We will start training them. They'll take a while because they are special forces, but when they do join, we want them to go ahead down here. We'll have them actually as the highest interest. We don't need guns on the front line. Guns on the front line, madness. Anarchist uprising in Spanish Civil War, yes, well. That's just the way it goes. In fact, do I have to ask for this while at war? Has started. But what if it's... I'm not sure, I might still be able to go with it. Otherwise it might just bypass. Excellent, the rebels to the north have been defeated. These units now, we're going to send them to do naval invasions. We're going to have you guys go from here down to here and secure this port. As for the rest of you, we're just going to have you join the front line down this way. No, that's not what I want. Although it will do the same effect. I want you to just simply join. That's what I want. Yes, we'll have you simply join down there. Very good. So these guys are going to go around. Although we could actually, before you get all the way over there, could you just march over here and secure all of this? Could you secure this and this? Thank you very much. You shouldn't be too long doing such a thing. Could we go for a manpower law? Let's finish the debt to the British, of course. We don't want to forget about the British. And then, no, we can't do a manpower law. Okay, well that's perfectly fine. Everybody here, army defense. I would like defense for the divisions. I'm going to go and take this guy. Very good. France and Britain announce an alliance. Calling upon the bonds forged during the Great War, France has requested a formal alliance with Britain, citing unspecified threats against the stability of Europe. Yes, unspecified in 1937. I wonder who they could possibly be talking about. We have mobilized our economy. And so now we could rejuvenate Athens, giving us 2 civilian factories and 1 military factory. Making use of our islands, we gain 1 naval dockyard and 2 civilian factories. Or clear the slums. We gain a lot of building slots and a lot of manpower. 66,000 manpower, my goodness. That might be better than the factory there. Really, that's a lot. 66,700 odd manpower and a lot of building slots. Okay. Okay, for that manpower I might buy it. Greek refugees have been dodging conscription and taking up valuable space by creating and settling in foul slums and shantytowns. Their existence shames the country, as do their occupants by shirking their duties to the nation. We shall empty these slums and put the lands and people to better use. Yeah, I want the manpower. That's a lot of manpower, 66,000. I want it. Excellent. And these guys will land in the south later on when the time comes. Very good. And hopefully we'll rid them from this island. 3 factories. Well, it's all going to go to guns for now. I actually forgot about this. Well, let's concentrate on... Let's actually have a go with the land doctrine. We'll upgrade that. And then with you guys, let's do a bit more of evacuation here. Excavation, that's the word, not evacuation. Excellent. These units will soon be ready to land in the south. Perfect. So we're now going to land down here and have an extra front with these falls. And then we only need to occupy Petras. We will have victory. Very good. Very good. Let's send you guys up the coast here. We'll try and squeeze them out. But at the same time, we do need to keep ourselves. Let's go straight in down the middle then. Yeah, let's do that. Try and cut off this half of the force there. Should be relatively easy. Can't imagine it being too hard. 74, 75. In fact, could you guys hold these lot back here? It's going to be a little bit deadly, but you should be able to win. Oh, we've actually only lost 2,000, whereas they've lost 36,000. Yeah, this is going to go great. I just want to win here first. If we can cut them in half, then we have it all sorted. Especially if these guys retreat this way. I don't think they would though. I think they'd go to Patras. Good for them. Hindenburg instance. That's never a good thing, is it? You guys want to help out here again? Because they are going to be reinforcing. Good. We have now cut them in half. Let's have you guys go down this way and try to keep them from going anywhere. The rest of you go straight for Patras. That's all we care about. In fact, no, we do want you guys to come down here and guard this land. Stop them from retreating out too much. Can we not take Patras here? With all of these units? Can you guys go into there perhaps? No, not quite. These guys here though are cut off. We should be able to eliminate them. Yes, they are eliminated. Very good. Patras! Patras! We need Patras. 3,000 lost, 45,000 lost. Can we get these units out? We'll train them later. They can train later. We need to get the guns going straight to the front line now. Oh, we actually lost. Really? Did I leave it undefended? Okay, well you guys can cut off this. Then it should be retakeable. Let's ensure that our navy is doing its job. We want to be convoy raiding. Very good. Make sure that they cannot do their job of reinforcing these chaps. I think they just fell into a encirclement. We're not going to say that they recaptured this land. We're going to say they fell into an encirclement. Although with Patras being taken in a second, I don't think it'll really matter. Clear the slums. Very good. Manpower is now here. We're going to get these guys to build us a couple of civilian factories first, and then military factories. Very good. As for this though, let's go over and 35 days. It's not going to work though. Let's go with this. I want to have these extra resources later on. Is that going to be the end? 99%. Oh no, we do actually have to take this extra area. It shouldn't be too hard. We'll squeeze these guys out of existence and then march down south with the entire army. It will not be terribly hard at all. It's just going to take a little while. It's just a few days. Excavation level 1. Thank you very much. We'll go for the excavation level 2 as well. I would like resources. Very good. Now we're going to get everyone to attack into this one area here. Oh, they've already been capitulated. Very good. The Treaty of Samos. We took a little bit of equipment. They didn't have terribly much though. I would like a Mountaineer division. We're going to send them... In fact, really we just want everyone all in one division. We're going to get everyone here. We're going to have them guard our coastlines. our ports and our cities. That's what we want. 13 divisions required. We do not have 13 divisions. So what we're going to do is we're going to start training up some guys. All these guys out of slums. We can get 7 out of it, getting us up to 14. It will take a while to get them all armed and what have you, but eventually they will be on the front line and they'll be doing a grand job about it. Excellent. Well, the Civil War is won, and our debts are all repaid. This has gone very perfectly for Monarchist Greece. When you come back, we'll extract more than just oil, and we'll then go through and crack down on the Republicans, petition for the British aid, and use the military, I'm sure. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you are enjoying this campaign. If you are, remember that you can subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, you keep up to date on all future content. You can also leave likes on videos and comments, and join the Discord server, which is linked down below. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you again for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Goodbye.